Math Learners. So for today's video, we're going to discuss all about the describing the domain and range of a function. So this lesson might be recap in your lesson in your next grade levels, especially in senior high school. So ngayon dito ay introduction pa lang ang ating gagawin at hindi pa yung malalim, no? So, for more information about this lesson, watch this video till the end. So, let us begin. So, bago pala tayo magsimula, kung mapapansin nyo sa inyong screen, there is a QR code attached on it. Yan, pwede nyo siyang i-scan na kung saan mababrowse yung aking website immediately. In immediate purposes, no? Like, if you are going to browse my PowerPoint or visit my Stockman accounts for more lesson or for approaching me in your lesson request. So, going back, let us describe first what is relation. When we say relation, it is a set of ordered pairs. So, yan yung ganyan yung relation. Papansin nyo, in that particular pairs, we have the x's and y's in the relation. No? In the ordered pairs rather. Yung mga pinagsama-samang ordered pairs gaya ng -3, 2, -1, 1, 0, 7, 2, 4, 4, 3, these are called relation. And same with this another set of ordered pairs, they're called relations. Now let us describe what is a x or y. So x is called independent variable, while y syempre dependent. Bakit tinawag na dependent ang y variable? The value of y depends on the value of x. Kumbaga, kung napanood nyo o na-discuss na sa inyo ang linear function or basta to any kinds of function, napapansin nyo karaniwan ang value ni y ay nakadepende sa value ni x. Diba ginagawa sa isang equation, about there's a linear equation and you're going to make an x into that particular number and it will result that is the value of y, diba? As long the value of x changes, that is also happens to the value of y. Alright, I hope you all get my point. So, what is a domain? It is the set of all x coordinates or your independent variable. While range is the set of all y coordinates or also called dependent variable. So we have the given relation here. So we are going to state the domain. Now, before we state, if you are going to put a set, there must be no repeating numbers or an element. As you can see this, ilan ang 2 nyo? Ilan ng 1, ilan ng 0? Isa lang 0 dyan. Sabihin natin, we don't need to repeat that particular element. Kaya baka malito kayo sa mga nakakita na ng matagal na panahon ng aking PowerPoint. Now, state the range. Siyempre, we have -6, 0, and 4. Alright. So, relation pala na-discuss ko kanina. Ngayon, function. When we say function, a relation in which for each value of the first component of the ordered pair, there is exactly one value of the second component. A function is a relation in which the numbers of the domain or x values does not repeat. So for every x value is only one y value that corresponds to it. Y values can be repeated. Ngayon, meron tayong ipapasok na isang kataga na kung saan maintindihan nyo. Tawag dito. A function, all functions have relations. But, not all relations have functions. In real life, lahat ng gumagana ay may relasyon. Ngunit hindi lahat ng relasyon ay gumagana. Now, let's see ano ang pinagsasabi ko rito at para saan iyon. Now, let us proceed. So, before that, explain muna natin how we represent a function. First type is symbolic. Pwede siyang by set builder notation, pwede rin siyang by equation. Numeric. Pag sabi natin numeric, ayan siya. Sabi nga natin, as long the value of x changes, it is the same of the value of y. They also change. Let's say this, kung mapapansin nyo, anong value ni x? 1. Halimbawa ko, ang ano nyo is 2n. Let's say 2x, ang y equals 2x. So, magiging ano niyan, 1 times 2 is 2. O, nagbago yung value ni x, naging 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And so on and so forth. Next, graphical. Ayun o, ito yun o. Ito pala, nasabi ko na. Ito yung ano, sabi ko rito. Pag sabi natin graphical, ayan siya. Alright? And verbal, pwede rin siyang by word. The cost is twice the original amount. The cost is twice where x is called the original amount. It's all up to you. How are you going to describe such a function? Does the relation represent a function? Let's have this. We have 3, 4. Ano first condition natin kapag nag-aano tayo ng function? Numero 1, dapat walang repeating domain. Alright? Next, we have G. Ngayon, tingnan natin sa dalawang ito, alin dyan ang function, alin dyan ang hindi. So, the first function describes not function because 3 is repeated on the domain. Ayun, sa dalawa. May na-repeat ba sa 7? Ang na-repeat na talaga 3. Ito, tingnan muna natin. May na-repeat ba na domain? Ang range na ulit. Pero although may repeated range tayo, it's still a function. Kasi pwede naman maulit ang y except to the value of x. Kahit itry nyo siya sa linear function, gamitin nyo lahat ng formula ng, di ba, pagka same value ni x, nagiging horizontal slope siya. Now, finding a domain in range. Given the domain range of each relation, is it a function? Function kaya siya? Yes, it's still a function. Dito, kahit sabihin natin na ulit, puro 1 ang value ni y, as long as walang nauulit, na domain ng value ni x, walang problema. Kasi, although meron siyang 1 and negative 1, there is still different value. May magsabi, may naulit daw, yung 1. No. Magkaiba lang sila ng sign. Para sila ng number, pero magkaiba sila ng sign. But it's still acceptable. So, sa graph naman, kasi hindi naman lahat ng isang... Kasi hindi naman bibigyan ng teacher nyo basta-basta na meron siyang pairs and a graph. Paano pag graph lang ang binigay ni teacher? So, you are going to use vertical line test. Now, what is a vertical line test? If a vertical line is passed over the graph and it intersects the graph in exactly one point, the graph represents a function. Does the graph represent a function? Name the domain and range. Ngayon, proceed tayo dito. Ngayon, isipin nyo na itong graph dito. Yung graph, may graph naman siya. Makita nyo yung vertical lines niya. Ano ang rules natin? Dapat maka-intersect ka ng exactly one point. Ngayon, pansinin nyo rito sa first lahat yan, tigwa 1 point lang. In every intersection of the particular line. Yes, it is a function. The domain is all real numbers. Also the range. Now, the second naman, paano siya naging function? Tingnan natin. Wala siyang dobleng intersection. Lahat sila 1 point. Ang domain nyo ay all real numbers, while your range is y is greater than or equal to negative 6. Ngayon, tansyahin nyo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Tsaka ang vertex nyo kasi nandito. Alright. How about this? Ngayon, dito naman meron kayo napansin, isa, dalawa. Although meron ditong isang at least 1 point intersection, pero yung mga sumunod, tigda dalawa. The function, there is di siya function. Ang domain nyo is x is greater than or equal to 1/2. 1/2. Ito kasi. Ito ang vertex niya. Then goes through. Alright. The range is all real numbers. Bakit di rin siya Tingnan nyo. Hindi siya 1 point. At mas malala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Although isa ito. Pero pag dito. Pwedeng dito. 1 point. O paano pag dito? Diba? Kaya dapat kapag naglalagay kayo ng vertical line, hindi lang isa. Kung kailangan nyo punuin ang papel nyo, go. So, going back. Function, there is not a function. Now, still we're going to describe its domain and range. The domain is all real numbers, while the range is also real numbers. Kasi, unlike dito, vertex to May vertex siya. Ito, puro curve lang naman. Now, function notation. When we know that the relation is a function, the y in the equation can be replaced with f of x. F of x is simply a notation to designate a function. It is pronounced f of x. Ano yun ang binabasa ko? I hope na notice nyo. The f names the function, the x tells the variable that is being used. The parentheses do not mean multiplication. The f of x is another name for y. Diba, na-describe natin yan sa mga nakarang equation, linear equation, or linear inequalities. No. Sometimes, other letters, such as G, H, or capital letters F, G, and H, are used to name the functions. Using a function notation. So, find the values of each function. So, we have G of S equals 2S plus 3. So, we are going to find the G of negative 2. Ngayon, bakit G of S? Kasi it describes what variable is being used, which is letter S. Now, we have negative 2 times 2 plus 3. Multiply, meron tayo negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. Same way dito. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 2 plus 7. So 4 minus 2 is 2, positive 2 plus 7, 9. Alright? Next, find Q. Kapag ganyan, kapag variable, kapwa variable, edi yung x nyo, gawin yung Q. Excuse me. Ayo, we have negative q squared plus 5q minus 3. How simple is that? So this is now your activity, and well done. So yes, yun nga sabi ko nga. Kapopost ko lang sa FB page ko kagabi. Aside if you are unable to click this, meron naman akong nilalagay ngayon na QR code sa PPT. And while in my discussion, ito kasi luma na to 2021 pa siya at ngayon ko lang siya dinidiscuss. Alright, so that's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.